From Michael. First off, I enjoy watching your show each day. I came to the Daily Wire for Shapiro and stayed for your creative introductions. I have a quandary. I am extremely conservative, and I have been dating a woman who is liberal for almost 2 years. On most issues, we can respect each other's point of view, but we clash when it comes to abortion. She cares more about animals, even fish, than unborn children. I do not know if I will ever be able to convince her to become pro-life. Her stance on abortion has me starting to question being with her. Should I break it off with her or try to work through this? If we cannot come eye to eye on this issue, will it lead to the ruin of our relationship? I am sure I'm not the only viewer in the same situation. I appreciate any insight you can provide. Okay. First of all, you can disagree on things. Certainly my wife and I don't see the same on every political issue. One of the things we do is we agree not to give since all our money is our money, we agree not to give money to things that the other person totally disagrees with. I don't put bumper stickers on my car for that reason. I don't want to, use our cars for things like that. Obviously, I speak my mind quite loudly and publicly, whether she agrees with me or not. So that, you can certainly disagree. Abortion is something that might come into your own life. God forbid, but it might. I assume if you're planning to get married, at some point you'll sleep together. When you sleep together, sometimes babies come. This is something the left doesn't realize. They think the babies are like a punishment, but they actually come from having sex. Again, God forbid, but you might have a baby who is not well. You might have a baby by accident that your wife or girlfriend doesn't want. What is going to happen then? And that is something you have to discuss now, because this is not a question of giving money. This is not a question of supporting things. This is a question of a true difference in values. You cannot bridge that gap. You cannot bridge that gap. If she says to you, look, I'm going to abort any kid that I don't want because I care more about my fish, that's a real possibility, and you don't want that possibility coming up. You do not want that to be a thing in your life, because there's no way past it. So yeah, in that case, I think you really, you're probably right. You're never going to convince her to change her mind, but this is something that could come up, and that's what you have to discuss. What you have to discuss is what would happen if, and if you can't get an answer there, I think you got to move on, pal. I think it's like that's something that would just be too tragic to deal with at the time.